Hi there, JKS Plays here, about to give you my very first guide on how to beat a 7-star Mightiest Mark Terra Raid battle in Pokémon Scarlet and Violet, with the target of choice this coming week being the 7-star Dragon Tera Sceptile Raid. As you can see from the Syrupy website, this event will run from June 28th through June 30th, 2024, and again a week later from July 5th through July 7th with the special 5-star Blissey, EXP, Candies, and Terra Shard raids. Sceptile is the third and final starter from the Hoenn region to be featured in the 7-star Terra Raid battle. As not long ago we had Poison Terra Swampert, and back in January we had Flying Terra Blaziken, which was the featured Pokemon for the BB League Elite Force Crispin. This also marks the end of a pattern, as Sceptile is one of 4 starters featured in the Indigo Disc DLC storyline as a member of a BB League Elite Four Leaders team. Lacey had Primarina, and Amaris had Empoleon, and this week we're focusing on one of the 6 members of Drayton's team of dragons. And here's a quick look at Sceptile and what Sceptile brings to the table, as it has a great special attack stat and will be faster than most Pokemon at base 120 speed. However, its weaknesses for this raid will be Dragon, Fairy, and Ice. Fairy is the best likely way to go, considering Sceptile does not have a Poison or Steel type move in Gen 9, or can learn one by TM that would be an instant check to Fairy types. It will have Focus Blast, which will cover for Ice type Pokemon, as well as Rock Slide. I have Leaf Storm set up on there, but Game Freak may pretty much give Sceptile its signature move, being Leaf Blade. The best way to attack Sceptile, in my honest opinion, would have to be on the physical side, considering it has a very abysmal base 65 physical defense stat. And with that being said, here are 10 builds that I will look to try out for this Sceptile 7-star raid, starting with my favorite physical attackers, the first of which being Azumarill. The suggested build for this Mighty Mouse are as follows. Be sure to give it the Fairy Terra with the Adamant Nature and the held item Shell Bell, with the suggested moves being Play Rough, Charm, Light Screen, and Belly Drum, with an EV spread of max HP, max attack, and the rest at 4 in defense. The next physical attacker many of you may not have access to, but I want to use this legendary from Galar as well, being the awesome Zacian. For Zacian, have the held item Rusted Sword with the Adamant Nature. The EV spreads are just like Azumarill, 252 in HP and attack and 4 defense, with the suggested moves being Play Rough, Swords Dance to boost its attack by 2 stages, Howl to boost everyone's attack another stage, and Iron Defense. Next attacker is a wild card pick for me, being Tinkaton. It'll have the same EV spread as Azumarill and Zacian at 252 HP and attack and 4 in defense. The ability for Tinkaton won't matter for this raid, considering Sceptile's hidden ability is Unburden. Have the Adamant Nature with suggested moves Play Rough, Reflect, Swords Dance, and for more damage when terrestrialized than the Fairy, Terra Blast, and of course Shell Bell being the held item. Now, I want to go for a little bit of a biased pick as far as special attackers go, with my favorite Pokemon being Gardevoir. Fairy Terra, with the Modest Nature, the ability here doesn't matter, with the held item Clear Amulet to prevent from its stats being lowered. EV spread 252 in HP and special attack and 4 in defense, with the suggested moves being Moonblast, Draining Kiss for healing, Calm Mind, and Light Screen. If they make Sceptile a mixed attacker, you can also go max HP and max defense for Gardevoir and the rest in special attack. And here's the special attacker I think that's going to make the most impact. My favorite evolution being Sylveon, with the Modest Nature and the hidden ability Pixelate, which turns normal type moves into Fairy type moves. The held item is either going to be Pixie Plate or Fairy Feather, with the EV spread of 252 in special attack, 252 in defense, and the rest in HP, with suggested moves being Draining Kiss, Hyper Voice, Fake Tears, and Moonblast for more damage when terrestrialized in the Terra Fairy. The next special attacker is the hardest hitting one of the bunch, being the Scarlet exclusive Fluttermane. The past Paradox of Misdreavus should shine in this raid, with the Modest Nature, the ability being Protosynthesis, and the held item of choice for me will be Clear Amulet. EV spread of 252 in special attack, 252 in defense, 4 in HP. Suggested moves being Moonblast, Fake Tears to lower Sceptile special defense by 2, Draining Kiss, and Calm Mind. Here's my sleeper pick in Alolan Ninetales. I gave it the Stellar Terra, just in case if they give Sceptile Rock Slide or Focus Blast. With the Modest Nature, hidden ability Snow Warning to set up the snow, with the Shell Bell being the held item. EV spread being 252 in HP, 200 in special attack, and 56 in defense, with the suggested moves being Nasty Plot, Aurora Veil to boost its defenses, Snowscape to put the snow back up when snow goes out in 5 turns, and Moonblast or Ice Beam. And now, here are my favorite support Pokemon to use in online raids, with the first one being arguably the best one, Grimmsnarl, with the Bold Nature. 252 in HP, 252 in defense, 4 in attack, Prankster ability to make sure you get Light Screen and Reflect up first, with the held item Light Clay to extend both screens by 8 turns, with the attacking move being Spirit Break, and Fake Tears to lower Sceptile special defense by 2 stages. The next Pokemon I'm going to feature is Galarian Weezing. You can get a Galarian Weezing in Pokémon Scarlet and Violet by catching a Coughing, transferring it through Home to Sword and Shield, and evolving it to Galarian Weezing, and then putting it back into Scarlet or Violet. I gave it the Bold Nature with the ability Levitate, and Shell Bell as its held item. EV spread will be 252 in HP, 252 in defense, 4 in special attack with the Fairy Tera. Suggested moves, Strange Steam, Acid Spray, Clear Smog, and Will-O-Wisp, which will only work when there's no shield up. Here is one of my favorites also to use in support, in Alcremie, which has been a hard-hitting support Pokemon from the Indigo Disc DLC. Bold Nature again with the ability Sweet Veil, even though ability won't matter. Held item Light Clay, with the EV spread of 252 in HP, 252 in defense, 4 in special attack, with the suggested moves being Decorate, Light Screen, Draining Kiss, and Charm. You can always go with your own builds as well, and you can leave me a suggestion if you'd like in the comments. The 3 I think out of 10 that I suggested that would be the best is Azumarill, especially with the Sap Super hidden ability, making its grass weakness and immunity for the Sceptile raid. My favorite special attacker of the bunch has to be Sylveon, even though Fluttermane could be a better option. But Sylveon has much more bulk on defense than Fluttermane. And then my favorite support Pokemon has to be Alcremie, especially with the Decorate ability, which would help out a teammate by boosting its attack and special attack by 2 stages each time it's used. Finally, as a friendly reminder, you can only catch this Mightiest Mark Sceptile 1 time, but you can still battle it multiple times for various items, especially Herba Mystica. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to try any of these builds, or leave a suggestion outside of these 10 builds. And you can also help the channel by leaving a like if you like this video, and subscribe to the channel as well. Thank you for watching.